What up, Group? Welcome to Alliance War Season 32, War number 11, where SAS goes against Nefti, aka Eat Lingerie. Not sure what the reason for that name, but that's their name. But anyways, I have a fun-packed war here with Torch and Doom. I'm on Path 5 and then Path 3 with some mini-bosses, and I'm excited. So I'm putting on these big 30% boosts because I know I have all these fights that are going to be going, and I was told that I can get all these fights in this boost, that no one's going to hold me up. I'm like, cool. So it's my second to last or last 30% boost that I have. So I'm hoping that it lasts. I have one Doom fight. I was supposed to only have one, but I ended up having two. So I was scheduled for 5 fights. Ended up taking 6 this war. And as excited as I am for that last fight, I wish it was planned better and quicker so that I knew when I first went into war that I'd want to get to that last mini-boss. But anyways, the first fight is on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. I brought in White Magneto so I can give myself some nice little fun parries, especially when he is debuff immune. When I knock him down, I'm putting on my Nova Flame because I know that when I knock him down, the Incinerates will just not do anything because he's debuff immune. And he's just going to melt. So I'm trying to get my Smolders up, gonna knock him down, and it's gonna do so much damage. Although he's debuff immune, the Smolders are still stacking up, and the Nova Flames are stacking up also. I was gonna bait a special here, and he throws it right before the Fury ends from Ebb and Flow Knockdown, and he goes down so quick. Love that. Now it's Black Widow Deadly Origins. I'm scheduled Doom here. I was trying to see if I can have someone else besides Doom for these fights, like Archangel. But he wouldn't be that good for a later fight. So yeah, this is still Ebb and Flow Knockdown. I'm just going to shock her and knock her down. It's going to be pretty easy. As long as I get my parries. Got my parries, Ebb and Flow Knockdown. And it's also heavy hitter, so her heavy attacks are unstoppable. But as long as I get my knockdowns, it's going to be okay. So this is a longer fight than planned. I think it takes like a minute. I want it to be quicker. But I want to get to my special 3. It's kind of my plan. I knew the Ebb and Flow Knockdown timer was going to end, so she was going to shrug off any stuns that I had, so I backed off there. I'm holding my block. She throws a special 1 out of nowhere. And now she has that evade charge, so I'm just going to wait out. Though I missed that parry there, but it's fine. And the Ebb and Flow Knockdown comes back on again, so I can knock her down with a heavy, which is super simple, using Doob. Back it up so that she doesn't throw a special. I'm trying to get to my special 3 before that timer ends. Got a special 3. Perfect. I have extra damage from that Fury from Ebb and Flow Knockdown for knocking her down. Going to do a Doom rotation, and she is done. Now, the next fight is going to be on node 24, the left mini-boss in the middle. It'll be I think Iron Man Infinity War, and I'll be using Torch for it. And thank you to Murph for the Torch pre-fight there, because I already used a pre-fight with Torch, and he brought in a 6-star Torch and didn't need it against a Tigra, so he kicked some butt this war, especially. I don't know if he was boss killer. I think I was hater this war, but so excited. He gave me the Torch pre-fight. I'm going to put on the White Magneto pre-fight here, and then I'm going to go in, do some damage, hoping Nova Flame just destroys him. I had a Invuln boost, I think, with 30 seconds left. Yeah, exactly. So I had an Invuln boost going. I have a few seconds here. I got Flame on. I got the Odin pre-fight also, in case he shocks me. And we're just good to go. We are stacked for this fight, and nothing should go wrong in this fight at all. Should go wrong. Even if I end up... Because I have buffs on me, but that's fine. I have the Odin shock pre-fight on me, so if he does throw a special, then I won't be shocked too much. Now, I do have to watch out for the bubble shield. I think it gets me right before he finishes the fight, which is fine. I'm at 7 charges for bubble shield, 8, 9. The next hit's going to get me, but I have an Invuln boost going, so it's going to be okay. Got me. That's fine. Invuln boost is gone. It's fine. The rest of the damage is just block damage. He's melting. I'm going to throw a heavy attack right here, hoping it finishes him off, and it does. So a good fight. It was about 45 seconds. Could have been a lot quicker, but I'm happy with how that fight went. I was really ecstatic when I finished. Now on to Path 3. I had the energy for it, but I decided to take a few seconds to reorient myself. Here's my first item and only item this war, hopefully. I think I put on another Invuln boost on these fights, though I'm fairly confident in these fights that it's going to go pretty well. It's going to be an easy fight. But I figured, you know what? Let's be safe. Now, I'm not sure why they placed Ebony Maul on this node. This node doesn't have any armor ups at all, so not sure. And it's not like Torch couldn't completely destroy this lane, because he did. With that Stryfe next also, Torch is good for Stryfe. So I think the defense wasn't very smart, especially because you'll see at the end of the war how many times that our lines died. And it just shows that their defense placement wasn't very smart. Plus, allowing us to have Torch, like, come on, like, how easy is this? Like, he just nuked so many of these fights down. And with the Torch pre-fight, everyone could have brought in Torch and just nuked down these fights. So I'm going to let him throw a special 2 at me. It's fine. He has Sun Mode Flames on him. Just going to block it. Not a big deal. I have one more Torch fight after this, which I'm pretty confident with. I don't think anything's going to go wrong here. Getting my parries on, which is nice. He's throwing light attacks into me, not a medium. And he's dead. Super simple. I have a science boost going, because why not? And on to the last fight that I was originally scheduled for, this Stryfe. I asked if I can end up using Doom for this fight, because why not? I thought it was going to be my last fight this war. But because I have one more fight after this with Doom, I'm like, you know what? Torch is good. I asked my officer Cradle, although he's not in the alliance, he's helping plan. Great job, by the way. Great plan for this war. Asked him if I can... He said to bring Torch because he can't miss if and when he goes invisible. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm going to try and keep up my temperature up so that I can't miss if and when he does go invisible from throwing special 1 or whatever. I should have done a medium there, but it's fine. Going to base special 1. My temperature is going down, so now I know that I'm going to be able to miss. It's fine. Got to watch out for explosive personality also. But, I mean, that's just my plan this war. It's just not to hit into his block or this fight and just destroy him. Get my temperature back up again so I can't miss. Yeah, it's a very simple fight. It's my last Torch fight, so I'm like, you know what? I can lose as much health as possible. I got my Nova Flame going. Awesome. He's almost at a special 2. I'm like, you know what? Let's bait special 1. Then right here, I'm just testing out to see if I can hit into his block. I hit into his miss, and I can throw a special 2, and he's done. So the power back boost for Science Boost was just wasted, but again, not a big deal. And I went to bed, and I'm like, you know what? If someone else can take that mini boss that I wasn't originally scheduled for, it'd be awesome. But I told him I'm going to wake up at this time. If it's taken, awesome. If it's not, whatever. I was hoping to get all my fights on the same boosts. I kept tagging the guy who was helping move and told him how much longer I had my boost ready for. And he was just not there anymore, which is fine. But if you're going to have me take your fight and things change, help me move so I'm on the same boost instead of having to boost up again. Because I'm so low on boost now with 20% boost. I have 2 left. Maybe 1 left for the last war of the season, next war. Anyways, there's an hour left of war, and we're moving slow, mainly because I woke up late, I'm in PST, and everyone else was already moving. And it took a while to get the fight before this down. So I was kind of hoping it'd be quicker, but it is what it is. So this last fight is Mysterio. I think I don't have it. Do I have White Magneto pre-fight? I'll see when I get a stun if I have a White Magneto pre-fight. But I'm pretty sure my goal here is to not parry at all. Mainly because of the fact that I get disorient when I parry. And I don't feel like getting that disorient. So this is a long fight. It could have been a lot quicker. But I'm just playing it safe. I threw that special 1 just to try and get power back from him. And just to steal power. But it didn't happen. And I was very confident in this fight that I wouldn't die. Hence why I threw on a combat regen boost. Plus, I really didn't want to use another invuln boost for a fight that I wasn't scheduled for. But also, I figured I'd be doing a lot of blocks and get a lot of block damage, so that combat regen boost would just help me out here. There is brute force. Resist has saved me from that. Wow, I could have died there from 1 heavy. From 1 heavy. Thank God for resist. But I'm trying to push him to a special 2 and push myself to a special 3. He throws his heavy, awesome. Now it's Doom rotation time. So let's do this Doom rotation. It is special 3, 2 mediums, 3 lights, 2 mediums. The reason for that is because it puts you just enough over a bar of power and him back at 3 bars of power that you can steal 2 bars and just go from there. So yeah, I think I did a duel and somehow he didn't get a special 3, but I was scared. But anyways, just like that, it's thrown. I'm a special 2. I'm going to throw it right here because I can. I figured he's already melting enough. I don't need to go to another special 3. And he's almost down. Oh, so close. Brute force is ticking. What do I do? I knock him out. So, very safe fight with Doom. We originally scheduled Magneto, but knew Doom would be a lot safer there. So 6 fights, no deaths this war. 11 wars so far with only 3 deaths in the first 2 wars. The first 2 wars were atrocious. But after I just calmed down and stopped caring, I ended up doing so much better. So we ended up winning this war. I think we died a total of 4 or 5 times total, which is probably our second best war this season, after dying just once against HMCA. And yeah, you can tell that their defense, they had a strong defense, but their placement was just not anywhere. So, good job to Nefti and Eat Lingerie for that war. I think it was our rematch against them because we had faced off against them before and they beat us. So it was our redemption time to beat them, and they just gave up with 18 deaths. So yeah, I know that sometimes I have a negative, just aura about war, but to be honest, it's fun when it goes right and when it's not stressful. When everybody works together and communication is on point, it's fun. When we're not stressing to the last minute, it's a lot of fun to have this challenge when you're going against another team. And in the end, it's just a game. So although I may seem annoyed or angered about stuff, like having to reboost again, we're going to see another day. It'll be okay. I like that rhyme. It'll be okay. Just another day. But anyways, thank you for coming to this war video. We have one more war left for this season, and we'll see how off-season goes. But this is Coop, signing off. Happy gaming.